Last couple of days, I've woken up feeling a little bit. I'm just going to say, I'm going to use the word snotty. I think it's all the partying.
Oh, you have been partying a lot, haven't you?
Well, something like that. This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
How are you? And I want you to hear this without any kind of
Irony.
any kind of. I don't want this to sound like I'm being sarcastic.
Go on.
How are you coping having a social life?
It's really is that.
It's hard not to hear that as a dig, and I don't mean that. I just know how hard you work in the UK, and I know that your circle is relatively small.
Small. Yeah, it's a brave new world. Yeah, we also have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm coping because I feel like I'm in a different time zone. You know, in terms of how late I'm going to bed and how late I'm getting up. Yeah, that's very different. The other day I set my alarm for 6:30, which is just
Unheard of.
Yeah, and I woke up. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "Oh, this is horrendous." So yeah, today the alarm went off at 8 a.m.
Oh my Lord.
Yep. So yeah, I feel like a new man, Lee Miller. Tired of the old man. And we also, in terms of my social life, we also are accompanied by thousands upon thousands of starlings and they make a racket during the night. And then, of course, just go at about 7:45 every morning, and the silence, we're left with overwhelming silence. So yes, my social life with them every day, watching them murmurate is quite spectacular. An analogue show of extraordinary proportions. Love it. No, I'm going good. I should answer your question. Yeah, it's I like it. I mean, it's confronting in some ways because you very quickly bump into the edges of your language, and that's not much fun. You think you're good and then you're not, and then you think you're good and then you're not. You know, that kind of up and down with learning anything.
Yeah, it's almost as if they'll keep bumping into the edges of things, you will get better.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it.
Well, I'm pretty confident that this is how language acquisition works. If you have people saying, that's not quite how we say it, it'll stick in your head. You just have to gently... I'm sorry, just remembering something that happened on Christmas Day. We were, we went out... Have I told you this?
You went out to your flash pace.
Yeah, and
you went and got all the Michelin stars in Lisbon, didn't you?
And did I tell you what Bob said? I think I might have done.
Remind me.
We were having roast kid, and I can't remember if I told you.
Oh my God. I don't think you have. I don't think you have told me, because even the roast kid is making me smile.
So
for all our American listeners, we should clarify that they were not roasting a child.
No. In Portugal, they tend to eat their children steamed because it's better for nutrients.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Now that you say it, it's obvious.
I know. Whereas their baby goat, they will eat roasted.
Yeah. You've had baby goat before, right? Roast kid?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I at this point in my life, I've tried most things.
Yeah.
And we were being... Ava, who was... waiting the tables. I couldn't remember the word then. Who we know quite well. Because we've been there more than once. Said, okay, so today's, we're going to talk in Portuguese, yeah? Yeah, we're going to talk in Portuguese. And then she brought over the dinner. And she was sort of switching between the two. She said, okay, I'm going to just do this in English. Do you know how to say this dish? And Bob really confidently went, si, cabrón. And at which point everybody pisses themselves. And they were like, I mean, so close and yet so far.
And what did she say? What did it mean, what she said?
Arsehole! Cabrita is the correct word.
That's funny.
Yeah, so Bob had yelled out, arsehole! And she said it with such, like, confidence. And it was one of those it was so full of joy, and the response was one that was entirely lacking derision. It was just like, this is possibly the best day that we could possibly have had. This is just such a wonderful response. And it meant that instead of being like absolutely taken out at the knees with just shame at having tried chanced your arm and failed. Yeah. Bob was just like, oh, you can tell Simon that.
Because these are called Simonetti. They're called effectively the translation would be Simonisms. And yes, the one I think I remember strongly was when I accused someone of fisting someone else. I had no idea. And also it's terrible because it's finocchio season, right? So it's fennel season. And of course, finocchio is I mean, it's interesting. It's one of those terms, in fact, it literally means faggot. So it's both a term that's derogatory, but also used by gay men in Italy to describe themselves. But it would be like the equivalent though would be like the word orange. I mean, I have to use the word finocchio, right? I can't not use the word finocchio.
And it's literally the same word.
Yeah, it's literally the same word.
Oh, so the word.
So it's completely different. It doesn't, in that sense, it doesn't map on to.
No. I understand that, but the bit that I think I hadn't understood was that it's not like you were getting a letter wrong. It's just literally you're walking around happily saying the word fennel because fennel is what you are eating, and there's lots of like.
And yesterday, my friend, one of my many gay friends, I'll just say I've got a gay friend. I'm not anyway, and he goes, "What did you call me?"
No.
Yep, finocchio. Yes, so that is a great story because it's just one of those things that, and also because in English they're everywhere, those words that have so many meanings, and I'll say to someone, I'll be talking to someone, I say, we probably wouldn't say that if you said that. It just has a sort of sexual context that it just is a bit wrong. So I had a very I don't want to get on topic, but I had a very middle-aged experience yesterday.
Oh, okay. So tell me.
Well, we went to a place called Semestene, which is a tiny village. Oh my God, drop dead gorgeous. And it's one of those villages, I think there are a lot of them in Sardinia, where they're basically emptied out of young people because Sardinia was one of those places, like a lot of southern Italy, where there's not a lot of opportunity, so young people just go. And so it is one of those places where you can get those kind of, pay €1 for a palazzo kind of place.
Gotcha.
And then
what did you buy?
I bought 4. I'll take 3 of those. I asked for.
I couldn't afford a coffee, so I bought a palazzo.
Exactly. And then I thought instead of getting a croissant, I'll get another 2. And we went there. There's some not friends, they're people we've met, and they're having a kind of work day. They've got a piece of land that they're working and transforming, and so we're there all day. It was lovely. Quite a diverse group of people. Wonderful. I love that, where you sort of just bumping into people, and then the conversations evolve over the course of the day as you're spending time. Whatever it was that we were doing. And we'd driven there. I'd driven there. We couldn't get a ride in the public train anyway. And we went back I need to set aside what we had for dinner, which was extraordinary, but I'll get to that. And then driving home in the dark. And it's been a long time since I've driven a car. I have driven a lot in my life, but the last time I think I drove a car was here, and it was a year and a half ago, minimum.
Right, yeah.
And of course, what's happening, not only is that Italian roads or Sardinian roads, but my eyes are in the dark are not happy. They're fine, but they're under those contexts where I didn't know the road, it's going quite fast. Italians like to drive with their headlights on full
beam.
Full beam, exactly. And I was driving like a middle-aged human being, really very lacking in confidence. It was a really quite confronting and challenging situation. Maybe not that interesting, but yeah, it was quite, what's going on here? I was not a young man driving, that's for sure.
Well, it's I remember seeing people. This is a very 1980s thing to say. I remember seeing people who were
listening to Duran Duran.
I mean, they may have been listening to Duran Duran. I think they might have been probably more likely listening to Dire Straits. They looked like Dire Straits listeners.
They were wearing headbands, were they?
They were. Well, what they were wearing actually was. I'm thinking of two people who lived nearby to me. Two middle-aged men, and they had in their car a pair of yellow glasses. And I remember, because kids pick things up, try them on, and thinking, these are the worst sunglasses I've ever seen. They just they don't stop the sun getting in your eyes. And I said to my dad, why are your sunglasses so much better than Uncle Peter's sunglasses? And he was like, they're not sunglasses. They're night glasses. I was like, it's not sunny at night. Why would you put sunglasses? And he had to explain, no. Some people need to wear these old man goggles just to help their eyes at night.
Show title, Old Man Goggles.
And I remember thinking, oh, my dad must be so young. And of course, my dad was probably the oldest amongst them because they had me late. But he just refused to wear, and continues to refuse to wear, old man goggles.
So they're a thing, and do they reduce reflection or something like that?
Yeah, they're yellow, exactly that.
Because because the roads are very poorly lit, right? In fact, they have no lighting. They're and this is a main road. They're
hence the full beams.
Just reflective markers along the way, and then also they do these crazy things where the road just disappears, and you have to cross over into the other side where they've got cones, and you're feeling I'm crossing into the other side of the traffic. It's terrifying, and then the speed limit's 30 kilometers an hour at that point, and then the people behind you going beep, beep, beep. Like it was like I turned into my father in one fell swoop.
Oh,
yeah,
sausage.
It was also, I think that if I drove more often, I would get used to it again. But it was quite a shock after it's that thing, isn't it? When you haven't seen someone for a while, you go, oh, they've aged quite a bit. It was like I hadn't seen myself driving for quite a bit, and I went, oh, I've aged quite a bit. It was quite something. But we made it home. You'll be pleased to know.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're talking to me from home, not from the side of a road while you're still waiting to get back.
Or the hospital, really committed to this podcast. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, by the way. Forgot to say.
Yes, Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, something like that.
We went out for dinner.
Again?
In
the United Kingdom.
In the UK. Yeah, back in the UK. I went out for dinner. I was back home. I had a very early table booked. I was back home by 9:15. I was tucked up in bed, and Bob said, "Are you really going to sleep through the new year?" Yep. It'll still be there when I wake up. Good night.
And
Such an old man. I did.
Was Bob asleep with you before midnight, or she just tended?
No,
she night owls, doesn't she?
She was partying. Yeah,
she was partying with William. No, not William. Jeffrey.
I think I was coming down with something even then, so I was just like, I don't feel great.
We were out till 3:30 a.m.
Good Lord above, I would rather cut my legs off.
we would well, we were dancing a lot. We did a lot of dancing on. We learned the Italian word hilariously because the DJ there, his name's Amadeo, just fantastic. This is just at the local. This out at the dance studio. We had a kind of meal and then had there's a dance space there and there's a little boy, a 5-year-old, who found the microphone, the DJ's microphone. And he hadn't, of course, why would you? Hadn't cottoned onto the idea that you don't have to shout into a microphone, but shout he did. And he kept on saying, cerchio, which is then he basically getting people to stand in a circle and hold hands so that someone would dance in the middle. And then he'd go, I can't remember the word he used, but like pista, which hilariously we thought was the word for racetrack. And it is, but it was also the word for dance floor.
Oh.
Yeah, so a racetrack is also a dance floor, which is also a racetrack. And he was just trying to get everyone out onto the dance floor, but really quite in a very strong way. He was, I think he had the night of his life. So we danced a lot.
Sounds fabulous. Actually, it really doesn't. I'm glad you had a great time. I had the night of my life tucked up in bed, reading a book, fast asleep.
I'm a little envious, but don't tell anyone. Do you know the 12 grapes thing? Is that the thing from Spain that you're aware of?
I do. In Portugal, they do raisins, but yeah, I know it.
And do they do it with the chiming of the bells, or do they do the last 12 seconds of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. Eat them quickly. Don't choke.
Because that's exactly what we did. We could. I mean, even though we're right next to a church, we couldn't hear the like a bell, the 12 strikes of the bell, the gong, and so instead we did the last 12 seconds of the year, and with grapes, and it was the sickest I've ever felt from grapes, and no one choked, but gee, luckily.
Yeah, wow. You it's like we've got nothing in common anymore. You are a party animal who stays up all night. I've got nothing to say to you. You're just so cool, and I'm so not.
And I was very well dressed, I'd like you to know.
Oh, talk me through the outfit.
It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but nice to dance in. And I wore my new, is it Ascot? Is that what it's called?
Ascot, yes.
Yeah, I wore a new kind of shirt, sort of jacket thing. And yep, nice. I think the word would be mutton dressed as lamb.
Oh,
not at all. Not at all. But it was a fun night. We did have a lot. It was a huge amount. It was what do you call it when people just bring a plate?
I think Americans refer to it as a potluck.
Potluck dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a potluck dinner, and what would British people call it?
I don't know that we would. It's not really a thing that you do very often. It's like, yeah.
I love it. I mean, I've always loved. We call them potluck dinners in New Zealand.
Yeah, maybe they call it that here. It's just it's so alien to me. Bob said, "Oh, what bottle of wine are we going to take to your parents when we went down for Boxing Day?" I said, "Coles to Newcastle. Why would we take bottles of wine? There's like 70 odd bottles in their cellar." Because it's polite.
You don't want to be drinking your inheritance, though, do you?
Well, I mean, it's not like they're not replenished, Simon. It's not like this is something that is saved. These are not vintage. This is just how much he keeps in stock.
That's the just in case. That's the just in case 70 bottles of wine, is it? We actually made. I can't remember.
Well, just tell me what you actually made.
Oh, we made some what they call here vin brûlée.
So like a creme brulee, but with wine.
Yeah. So what would it be? What do you think that is in English? Christmas time.
Oh, mulled wine.
It's mulled wine, yeah. And they were. It was very nice. It packed a bit of punch, and so they don't drink it. It's really a Northern Italy thing because it's just not cold enough here. And but everyone knew what it was, of course, and everyone was very curious. And some people were, I would just say, don't quote me on this, extremely curious and continued to be extremely curious. Boy, did they put a dent in the vin brûlée. And so, yeah, we...
I'm sorry, I
about
really
curiosity
enjoyed,
killing the cat.
I really enjoy the idea of like, hey, why is he passed out over there? Oh, he was just really curious.
He vin brûléed himself. Yeah, we did that. It was... Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about my New Year's, but it was good fun, I have to say. It was a lot of fun, and got cornered by... Oh, interesting. I've had many conversations with different Italians who really don't like Christmas. And because you can imagine here, they say here, this saying is a version of this, which is like Christmas is family and Easter is for everyone, meaning that it's kind of like you only... It's very family oriented Christmas, and so you can't escape, and there's no way of if there's anything uncomfortable about the situation with your family, you can't avoid it, and the kind of different traumas of being with family, and so I've had various conversations, more than two, in the last weeks about people who were just they were. Really approaching the entire period with tremendous trepidation, no pleasure at all. Yeah, it's but it was a good reminder, isn't it, that how easy it is to imagine that Christmas is something, it's something you love and something you enjoy, that it's just not like that for everyone.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things,
Super
isn't it?
Stressful.
Where we start to behave at Christmas the way that people expect us to behave rather than the way that we want to behave. I can't tell you how full of joy I am that we've just gone, fuck it, we're not cooking, we're going out.
Oh, it's great. We tried for years to get Mum to just go out for fish and chips for Christmas Day, and the idea that she wouldn't cook a meal for us.
Yeah.
Middle of summer, remember?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe, no, and that was always a very strong thing for her, but I think it would have been much better for everyone if we'd gone out. We're out of the house. But yeah, this one friend was just saying that they end up in the family, it's all as if they become children again, the way people are behaving, and and his idea was to move to Australia. Like that was his one way of avoiding. I mean, it wasn't the only reason, but that was definitely one of the reasons. I can get myself out of that situation. Yeah. Wow. It's a shame, eh? It's really...
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I mean, a little known, because I think for different reasons. I think, Christmases were... Because I spent a lot of Christmases with Lil's family, and they were pretty stressful. A lot of drink. Got pretty hardcore, I have to say. And... We were, initially when we were going out, we were kind of not allowed to. We weren't invited because they didn't like the fact that we were living together. You know, Lil was 22 or 23 maybe, and then I can't remember exactly what happened, but one of the siblings said, look, you're either going to get over it and invite them, or you're going to have years and years and years without seeing Elizabeth at Christmas time. And so they invited us, and so that from then on, it sort of that was a bit nervy, that one. But we also then, when we got to the UK, we were effectively sort of like an orphan's Christmas, really. And because we eat well, like we look up, food matters to us, and we spend a lot of time preparing and cooking and eating food. We made Christmas Day we have two rules, which is it cannot be difficult to make, has to be simple to make, and it should not be Christmas themed at all. So that's and we did that. Actually, this year what we did even better this year was we ordered some lasagna from an enoteca, and then we picked it up the day before and we heated it up and ate that. And also we bought 750 grams, or maybe it was a kilogram of gelato from they put these in these polystyrene things.
Oh yes, they're great.
Yeah. And so we had lasagna and gelato, not exactly at the same time, and it was splendiferous.
we went out yesterday and spent nearly 5 hours in the cinema across the road, and we watched Kill Bill, the whole bloody story.
Oh, I've heard that's like and it's got a little anime part inserted in it, doesn't it?
Well, there was always an anime part inserted into Kill Bill, but it's an extended part, so there's a bit
Because
in
I
the
watched
lift,
that anime part.
I had forgotten how very good that film is. All those films are.
You know, that's the film that I've never seen, the first one, because it's the one that I had to leave the cinema and I fainted.
Is that the one that you? But you also fainted in 27 hours as well, didn't you?
No, 47? 147.
27 days. 27 days.
How many fucking days?
I can't remember.
That was hours.
The one where
he cuts his own arm
James
off.
Franco cuts his arm off. You
If
didn't
only
make it out of that
James
one,
Franco really cut his arm off in real life, that would have been something to watch. Yeah, that's so Kill Bill. And then I watched the anime. I thought, I really would like to watch this film now because, I think I could get through it.
If you get the opportunity to watch the whole bloody story.
It's a trilogy or is it two films?
It's a two-parter, but it's one of those things that I've seen. I realised watching it that I've seen Kill Bill Volume 1 a lot.
But not Volume 2.
And I've seen Volume 2 maybe twice. Maybe. Definitely once, because I saw it at the cinema. And I remember saying to Bob at the it was either at the intermission or as it started, I said, I don't care if I get too tired and I go home at intermission because I don't like the second film. It's shit. And it wasn't shit. It's just that it doesn't work as a standalone film. As a single film, oh my God, it really works.
That's fantastic. How long was the intermission?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just enough time to get a cocktail made.
Oh,
it's a grown-up cinema.
Hey, see ya.
See ya, bye.